The treble winners are back, and we are back to our sacred home, the top of the Premier League table. Hello, City are back. Welcome back to the first match reaction of the 23-24 season. The first official one. We don't count that friendly the other day. We don't count it. Either way, welcome back to the Premier League. 4P, could it actually happen? Could it actually happen? It might just do. We've just won our first game 3-0. Thanks to those two monsters, the best two probably players in the league right now. Erling Haaland and your man Rodri with scintillating displays of football. And do you know what? From them personally, it wasn't a scintillating display of football. What am I on about? It was a good display of football. It wasn't City at the best, but was it City at the powerful, most, basically, was it City going through the motions but getting the job done while being impressive at the same time? Yes. Was it a good start to this season? Absolutely. Am I happy? Absolutely. Did I miss this football? Yeah, I did. I really did. Guys, don't mind me. Let me just pour a drink if you don't mind, I will talk about this game. I'll talk about how happy I got the cheap cola, unfortunately, from Morrison's. I'm going to get myself a rum and coke. But that feeling watching Manchester City come back, after a while and seeing that they still got that hunger. Don't get it wrong, man. This was always going to be a difficult game. It was always going to be a difficult game because, the rest of the bottle's gone. Burnley are a good side. They were hungry tonight, man. Like, we smashed their welcome back to the Premier League party. Vincent Kompany's got them absolutely on fire recently. Obviously they smashed the Championship. They came here hoping for a miracle, maybe. Hoping that Manchester City would have taken their eye off the ball. And to be honest, they played some good football. This was a very difficult game. That performance from Burnley would beat an awful lot of Premier League teams. But City, even without Kevin De Bruyne for most of the game, we'll get onto that in a bit. Even without John Stones, Ruben Diaz, Vardial not there yet. Even without these things, of course, City was still absolutely more than enough to beat a Burnley side with immense quality, but City still just absolutely better with them. I'm delighted. Look, I'll bring the top of the table up because this is the most important thing, Let's have a look at that table. Let's have a look where we are, where we will be. Maybe we could be there for the rest of the season. Imagine, man. Imagine. There we are. Look at that. Read it. Everyone else and weep. A City spot, we got it back. 3-0. I mean, I'm hoping no one wins by more than 3 goals so we can stay there somehow for the rest of the season. But when we go through that, let's look at the actual stats as well. City, of course, Burnley, first game of the season. It's going to be tight. It's going to be difficult. But 66% possession in the end. More than good enough. 17 shots to their 6, 8 on target. In the end, it could have been more. Alvarez could have scored a few more, maybe. I don't know, he could have scored. Foden had a couple of chances. Haaland would have wanted his hat-trick, but it didn't matter. Rodri had a couple of shots as well where he could have done a little bit better. Look, this is just a big start to the season. Look, the way I feel at this time of the year, I don't need City to be perfect. I don't need it. I don't need City to be, at their very best. What I need is a team that is focused on it, that gets the job done, and then finds a little bit of time to improve, and fix up and look sharp, basically. City aren't the best. The way the football that we play, it takes time to, oil this machine, because this machine has got so many intricate parts. This isn't just a cheap Casio watch, and there's nothing wrong with a cheap Casio watch. This is a highly complicated £20,000 Rolex with gears that tick and grind, and this is meticulously crafted. This is artisan. This is absolute expertise. And these watches, man, they have these parts that move perfectly. They take a little bit of time to put together. But still, in the meantime, they're beautiful to look at, even if they're not always working. But this City side right now, Guardiola knows just how good they could be. And we saw City, show some encouraging signs. Pep saying KDB could be out for a while. Is that actually true? That wouldn't be good news. We'll get onto that in a little bit. But obviously the most important thing was 3 points. That is bad news, yeah. Ouch. So there's the bad news, unfortunately. Guardiola's confirmed that he's going to be out for a while, De Bruyne. I don't know what's happened there, man. What has happened there? So there we go. This is the breaking news here. Guardiola's confirmed no De Bruyne for a while. Paqueta, yeah, absolutely, man. These values just gone up hugely. same position and place as Champions League final. Look, it's weird that because I don't think City would have played him if he wasn't fit. Like, why would we take the risk? What's happened, What's happened there? It feels weird. It feels weird, this idea that they would look at him and go, they take the risk right now because it's the start of the season. Like, he must have passed all the medical tests. I don't know, man. I don't know. But either way, he's out. He's out, which leads, of course, to... Paqueta's going to have to come in now. City going to have to sign him. This is going to be an awful lot of money. An awful lot of money. Oh, man, I'm absolutely devastated by that. We're going to need everyone. We're going to need, Foden to step up, Paqueta, Kovacic, Doku will probably come in. Okay, all right. The performance tonight was decent. We got enough. Erling Haaland. Let's talk about Erling Haaland before we get on to De Bruyne. Erling Haaland, immense quality. Obviously, Erling Haaland, that's what he does. 2 goals pretty much out of nothing. But that's Erling Haaland for you. Rodri with the header back to Erling Haaland after De Bruyne's cross. Oh, De Bruyne's name. But 4 minutes in, and Haaland opened his account already. A rasping shot from close up into the bottom corner. After that, Burnley had some good moments, but we killed the game off with some nice football. Walker, freed by Foden, who found Alvarez, who squared it up to Haaland, who pinged it off top of the bar. And after that, of course, City sort of went through the motions in the second half. They controlled the game. They killed it. Very De Zerbi-esque, actually. De Zerbi-esque kind of football where we very intense build-up from the back, really focused. A little bit slower, but that could also just be necessity right now. And then, obviously, the third goal came from a set piece. It fell to Rodri, who slammed it home. 3-0, comfortable, job done. Cole Palmer comes on. Lovely stuff to see him on the pitch. Vardiol makes his debut. Lovely stuff to see him on the pitch. McAtee gets a few minutes. Zarori gets a red card for a cynical challenge. And that's pretty much the story of the game. The stories of the game, of course, are KDB's injury. Foden looked nice, man. Looked nice. He's obviously absolutely... electric. Man of the match, Rodri for me was is the best midfielder in world football right now. He was immense once again. Big defensive moments, got the goal, went forward well. Just a monster. Haaland, of course, not far behind with the quality of his goals. Elsewhere through the team, Edison had nothing to do really. Some good. It was fine. Some nice long passes. Kanji had a couple of ropey moments, but he was still fine. Other than that, Ake the same. Rico Lewis did a good job standing in at left back, but I suspect it'll be Ake and Vardiol there soon. Walker absolutely fine. Bernardo absolutely fine. Rodri absolutely fine. Kovacic looked smart and tidy when he came on. He clearly is a Manchester City player by every stretch. Any metric, he's a Man City player. Who else? Alvarez, he's not a winger. But he did a decent squad job. He could have scored. He probably should have scored, and everyone would have a different opinion. But he got assist as well. So Alvarez more than involved. Absolutely fine. Haaland absolutely fine. Scores 2 goals. Everything about that performance was absolutely fine. A very 6 to 7 out of 10. But that will do for me. That's all that matters right now. Vardy had a couple of nice touches. He did actually. But that obviously all comes back once again to the De Bruyne news, man. Like De Bruyne news, it's just. It boggles your mind that they wouldn't have done a billion tests and gone like, surely they would have gone, just take it easy, man. Take it easy. And I'm sure they did. And I'm sure he said, I feel fine. And what happens there? Like, how do they not know with training? I don't understand how they can look at this and work it out and think, oh, carry on playing him. I don't know. He's out for months now, isn't he? He didn't say how long. He said he'd be out for a while. I mean, what is that long? He said, here we go, we've lost him for a time. We have to reflect and talk to doctors and physio about what happened. He has to be relaxed, recover and come back. He was feeling really good and playing really good. Unfortunately, injured again. It feels like we're watching the beginning and the end, doesn't it, unfortunately? The beginning and the end for Manchester City. And Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, he'll obviously be around for a while, but yeah. Jesus Christ. Kevin De Bruyne out for a while. That's a huge blow. I mean, he's the best attacking midfielder in world football. And he's out. Grealish out doing shuttle runs at the end. Erling had this to say, good to start again, 2 months, good to start with a win. Who did it quite controlled and quite well. At the start of the phase of this marathon, it's about not stressing, to relax and focus on ourselves. I just have to keep on working, keep on relaxing. Just got a tweet. Well, looks like we're gonna get a lot of Foden then. Over to you, Phil. Exactly. I'd tweet that because it's basically true. We're going to get a lot of Foden. It's all on Phil Foden now. He's going to have to step up. And he will do. I believe it, man. I believe it. That is a massive blow. We can't pretend it's anything other than that. It's just Foden will step up. I think we'll sign Doku. I think also, of course, as well, we will sign Paqueta. We're going to need him. None of these people can replace Kevin De Bruyne. He's an absolute monster. Look, all we need to do, as we did last season, is stay in touch until winter, until De Bruyne is back. And then, hopefully, we can go on that run towards the end of the season that we always do and find it, man. Like, I'm really I'm really hit by that De Bruyne news, man. That De Bruyne news is really taking me back. To lose De Bruyne for a substantial period of time. Foden is like, he's so good. He's not a De Bruyne-like passer. But he has a very different approach to creativity. Excuse me. But basically what we'll see now is Phil Foden. Like, he'll turn around and he'll be running at people. A little bit more than Kevin De Bruyne will. Obviously, he's a goal threat as well, Phil Foden. Look, I think he's going to have to step up right now. He's like 23, 24 years old. He's obviously absolutely needed. Like, in a post-Guardiola, post-De Bruyne world, we're going to need Phil Foden anyway. This could be his chance finally to stake a claim centrally. And when you think about Vardy coming in with a little bit of creativity from deep, let's try and build some team now without Phil Foden. Ignore this mess here, by the way, because this is from the game when I was chatting during the game. Let's try and build something of a team and work it out and so on and whatever, and ignore this bit of a mess here. I'll get everything sorted. Over here, I think Vardy will play regularly. It'll be him, I reckon. Oh my God, everyone's everywhere here. This formation is wild. I apologise. This will be, I think Diaz will play here. I think Stones will play there. I think Akanji will play there for what it's worth, with Stones going to midfield. I think this will be... where's Rodri? I've got him somewhere. I'll put him in here. It's going to be something like this, I reckon. I think Bernardo will probably play often on the right, maybe. On the right, potentially. Haaland there. Kovacic there, potentially. This will be Grealish, maybe. I think it's going to be something like this. I think it has to be something like that, doesn't it? With Stones coming up here, Vardy up there. Might be Walker, but it'll be something like this. We're going to see something like that, aren't we? With Doku potentially as an option. Paqueta could come in. It could be Paqueta here. It could be that, I think we're going to see something like this, aren't we? It could be Foden starts out here, and we see Kovacic. If Jack Grealish isn't playing, it could be this, where we see Paqueta and Kovacic kind of like there. There's options there, basically. I don't know what it's going to be, but we can have a really good team, a team more than good enough. I like it. I actually like it too. Look, to be honest, when I start to paint it out, I like it. I think there's enough quality there. Scott Denemy, my man, big Denemy energy with the super chat. Denemy there saying, sing Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart. Without a love, I'm singing Blue Moon, driving back from the pub, stuck in traffic. Great game, great start season. Happy to be around fellow Blues again. I know it's only 2 months, but we've seen like years. Come on, City. Indeed, mate. Indeed. Yeah, it must have been great, mate. Being back along City fans. Yeah, buzzing for you, man. And of course, the 3 points. Singing with fans, it's all that matters, really. Scott, I love you, pal. And I'll get back to you, mate, about that thing that you messaged me on WhatsApp. Because I'll try and put a word with someone I know there, hopefully. Fingers crossed I can help you, man. That would be amazing. But lovely stuff from Scott. Look, when you go back to this team over here, look, I mean, I see a team like that. I mean, I like it. I like this team. I think that there's a lot of creativity there. What I like about Foden out here with Paqueta there is that this will be very Silva and Foden-esque. Like, they'll find each other an awful lot. Like, that left side looks really strong, With these four here, Rodri, Paqueta, Foden. Like, I like this with Bernardo over here. It's a little bit lacking maybe creatively on this side. But I like it potentially. We could see, obviously, if Doku comes in as well, he could be a little bit of a different approach on that wing with a bit more pace out wide. A bit more direct potential with Silva instead of Kovacic there. Look, there's plenty of ways to do it if there's no De Bruyne. We're just going to have to make do, unfortunately. We have to put our big boy pants on and crack on. KDB's hamstring. He's getting old, man. He's getting old. look, the only problem is now, of course, is that it's going to cost an awful lot of money for Paqueta. De Bruyne are out for a while. The market with Caicedo. Look, there's no way that this isn't going to cost an awful lot of money. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Do we get both, Harry? I think we will get both. I think we need to. I think we have to. Look, to be honest, Sandkle, like, I've actually come round to Paqueta. The more watching, the more I think he's actually a quality footballer. And I think he actually would be great. I think he genuinely will be. What's going on with Stones? He said with Stones. He feels great today, apparently. He's going to be ready for Newcastle. So Stones is going to be good. That's good. That's good news. That's really good news. I'm happy about that. So Stones will be back. Diaz will be back for the weekend as well. That's really good news. Okay. All right. I think we do need both, DDD. I think we need options, mate. Though I'm happy for Cole Palmer to be the option too. I really am. But Doku, what I like about Doku, admittedly, is that he brings in like an awful lot of pace and a little bit of dynamism. Sometimes you need a little bit of magic. You just need a little bit of something different. Oh man, Denemy, energy. Scott, my mate, my friend. The monster that is Scott Denemy, gifting out memberships to everyone. Look at this stuff. Look at this wonderful behaviour from stand up for the Denemy, stand up for the Denemy. Who's got one? Jason's got one. RSA Citizens, Thomas Farrell, Jerome Crush, Pete Shepherd, Sophie Daniel Baby, Tom G, Asbo, Beppy, Fortis. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much to Scott, everyone. Round of applause to Scott in the chat there, the absolute superstar that is Scott. What a legend as always. By the way, does anyone want a fan view live? You know, I am knackered, but I will do a fan view live if you guys want one. I want to try and power through and get used to doing these. Of course, it's open to members and so on. If so, let me know. But look, I know that's a massive blow, but we have to just get through this. We are top of the league. Keep finding a way to win, and we should be all right. Guys, please do help as well. Support the channel. Like, hit the subscribe button. I've got loads of content coming this season. Loads of new ideas. I'm going to be trying stuff. I'm going to try and get people on regularly and rivals and all this kind of stuff. It should be good fun. Like, let's get behind other Blues as well. You know, loads of channels around at the moment. I see there's loads of new channels at the moment. I see LB's Left City Extra, and he's doing his own thing now. I see Hugh's got his own channel as well. I see that. There's just content everywhere. I'm still here in the middle. Here I am, stuck in the. And thank you for choosing me to watch, by the way. I know there's so much City content out there, and it's all cracking City content, but you're still here watching with me, which is really, I appreciate all near 300 of you watching right now. It's massively appreciated. Hugely appreciated. So thank you very, very much. Look, I understand there's lots of content creators, but I try and be my best. I try and be my best for you guys. It's been a weird year or so with me adapting to fatherhood, you know, and like moving house and marriage and everything in a couple of years. But I don't feel like I've been myself for a long time. I've been too tired, but I'm getting back to it. So I'm glad that you come on this journey with me. Thank you very, very much. Interesting angle from Kevin Phillips, by the way. DDD, Harry, and Dale just mentioned. Phillips didn't get any minutes, by the way. Phillips didn't get any minutes. Look, when in a reality where Rico Lewis plays left back, Cole Palmer comes on, James McAtee comes on for 5 minutes. Rodri has just spoken about how tired he is, and De Bruyne has gone off injured, and Calvin Phillips is still wearing his bib at the end of the night, mate. That is, it's not a good sign, is it? You know what I mean? It doesn't read well. It doesn't read well. I like Calvin Phillips. He's like a nice guy, but that to me reads that Pep doesn't trust him. Surely he's got to be playing at this point. I don't know. Marcus, thank you very much, and DJ Clarkey, appreciate you guys. Yeah, he just doesn't read well for Calvin Phillips. The optics aren't good there, man. I've got nothing but respect for him, but when you break it down like that, it does not look good at all. I don't think Pep rates him. I think Pep's very. I might be wrong, but Pep's very down on a player. Like when he doesn't trust a player, like he sort of just goes cold on them, doesn't he? Like City have got nice guys, but I know what you mean. Like they've got he looks like he's happy. He looks like a passenger, doesn't he? Like he's happy to be there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like we're I don't know. I don't feel it. I just don't feel it anymore, unfortunately. I don't sense it. But, guys, thank you very much for watching this. We are top of the table. I'm going to do the fan review live, and I'll be live in about 10 minutes or so. Don't forget, if you are a member, you can chat to me. I'll probably do half an hour on the fan review live because I'm exhausted. You can hear in my voice. I don't want to wake the family too much downstairs. For now, though, City are top of the table. The treble winners are back in action. A 3-0 win away. Haaland is a monster. Rodri's a Godri. Vardyol's made his debut. McAtee got on a few minutes. Palmer, Foden alive. De Bruyne, unfortunately, not alive anymore on the pitch. He's off for a while. A very fascinating game, but that is City. And we thrive in adversity. Up the treble winners. Bye-bye. I'll see you in about 5 minutes again.